Hey everybody, this is Sam Mala. I'm a political operative who's been working in politics for Democrats for the last 10, 12 years. I live in DC and I just started deciding to record my opinions on the news of the day because I feel like there's not a lot of people who are actual practitioners in politics who are giving insight into the actual actions that are taken from a professional's perspective, and so I'm trying to use this forum to give a little bit of wisdom, whatever I've got, to add to the color of how people see the news of the day. And right now, I'm thinking a lot about this fight between Trump and a lot of people turning on him and getting convicted in his orbit. And I want to make a point about leadership in politics because I've worked for a lot of politicians, and Trump is, make no mistake, he is a politician. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been wanting to be a public figure. He hasn't held elective office, but he's been political for a very long time, as he himself says. And when you operate at a high level, as he has, with large political resources at his disposal for decades, you start to get a view into how he operates politically when you look at the people around him. And so one of the things that I think differentiates Trump as a leader from other recent politicians that we've seen in power, especially in the presidency, is the relationship of trust. I've noticed pretty much universally, and it's a spectrum here, right? Some politicians are all about them, and it's all about loyalty, and some are all about everybody's on the same team, and I'm just sort of the face of the organization as the elected official. But we're all the staff and the elected official are working together on a shared mission. So it's less about their personal brand. And I think both can be effective. In fact, I think that one of the reasons why Trump has shaken people up so much in D.C. is because they haven't encountered someone like this before, who is so easily able to navigate chaos. Right? His administration is much more chaotic than Obama or Bush before Obama, the George W. Bush's administration. Much more chaotic internally. And I think a lot of the time Trump creates that chaos on purpose because it puts people who aren't used to chaos off balance. But Trump himself is used to operating in chaos. In fact, I suspect that, I mean, I don't know Donald Trump, but I suspect that he operates in chaos because he doesn't really have the ability to operate in a non-chaotic environment. But when he creates this chaos and upheaval for everybody in the system, it puts a lot of people off balance, and then he has the advantage. He creates the political terrain, so it's been very smart for him in some ways. But there are a lot of bad downsides to this way of operating, because when you place yourself when you make it all about you, and when you make sure that everybody's lives are in constant upheaval, you make it really hard for people to stay loyal to you. So he's someone who's, it's interesting because I think the media constantly reports, and I don't know if he's more like this than any other politician, but the media constantly reports that he is asking for loyalty from people. And I think that is something that a lot of politicians would like. He's not the only one, so I'm not singling him out here necessarily. But he desires loyalty from people in his orbit, people who are working for him. But he also makes it really difficult for them to maintain that loyalty because he's likely to throw them under the bus at the first sign of trouble. And a lot of people get thrown under the bus in politics. This is nothing new. I don't want to overstate this. I just think that it's a whole lot easier for example, a lot of my friends who worked in the Obama administration to maintain their loyalty and keep themselves fighting for the Obama brand and legacy after they leave the administration, because there are some mechanisms in place, and Obama himself would never or he's much less likely to criticize publicly anybody who's worked for him or throw them under the bus. And that really makes a difference over time. And I think the biggest example that I think you've seen of this backfiring on Trump is what's happening with Cohen right now. I'm personally not convinced at this point, based on what we know, that Trump's going to be taken down by anything that's happening right now. But you see here with somebody who was a loyal Trump person, in fact, pretty much a lapdog. He just did whatever Trump wanted him to for decades. And now, because Trump put him in some really difficult positions, it's him or Trump. And why would anyone stay loyal to someone who they know is likely to try to put blame for anything that was done wrong? There's so much is done that can be a mistake every day in politics because the scrutiny is so high. Why would you lay down your life for someone who's not going to return the favor? So I think that's the dynamic that's at play here, and it's an important one to keep in mind, because this is just human stuff. This isn't about politics even any more than it is anything else in life. This is how you build a career, and the upsides and downsides of operating in different ways. And when you treat people badly, it's likely to cause problems for you when those people end up betraying you, as they should. It's very reasonable and rational for them to do so in a situation like this. So those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear anybody who has any thoughts of their own. I'll be sure to take a look at the comments and respond when I can. And I really appreciate you watching. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, please subscribe. And I'm looking forward to recording again soon. Thanks.